Hey, Philippians 4:6, let your request be made known unto God because Jesus, He's Lord and the Word works. But you got to work the Word and not the religious system. I'm so glad to tell you today, I don't have a mailing list, but I don't go to the mailing list and say, I'm believing God for this. No, you're not believing God for that if you tell everybody else what you're believing. Now listen, I'm not saying that's always wrong, and maybe a person can do that. I can't. I'm going to believe God. Several years ago, we were going to Honduras and I was going to preach, and God told me when I went down there, He said, I'm going to bless you while you're down there. I said, okay, fine. I was going down there to preach, and He said, I'm going to bless you. Well, we preach out in nearly the jungles, those churches down there, 50 people, 100 people. And if every one of them gave you the largest bill you had, and I've had this happen, they take up an offering, and it's a offering bucket that big rounded up. But oftentimes, their money is different than ours. Oftentimes, a big offering's $10 or $12. I mean, that's huge. And so you don't go down there expecting to get blessed. Well, I was about to leave, and I said, how you going to bless me? Well, somebody walked up to me and gave me a watch. In fact, it's that watch right there. I didn't think anything about it. It's Honduras. Came home. I was out in the front yard one day. You can see it's still dark out there. I was working in the yard, cutting the grass, something, and my daughter, Joy, she said, hey, Dad, let me see that watch. And I showed it to her, took it off. I said, hey, well, here. Now, just want you to get a good look at it. She said, well, I want to see that. I said, just watch. I says, give it to me in Honduras. She came back outside. She went to the computer. She said, hey, I wouldn't be cutting grass in that thing. I said, what thing? She said, well, that watch you got on. She said, that thing's worth big bucks. I said, really? She said, yeah. She said, you're not going to believe this. And she took me in the house and showed me. Sure enough, I didn't believe that. When I saw, wow. Wow. I said, that came from Honduras. She said, I don't care where it came from. There's not but a half a dozen of those in the whole country. It's worth bukus of money. I said, really? She said, yeah, God's done blessed your socks off and you didn't even realize. I said, glory be to God. What a blessing. Listen, what a blessing to know that God had me on His mind. Now, I've always worn a watch. We did that in our generation. The new generation don't. But I like good watches. I'm telling you, this thing's more expensive than anything I can look at in my life because God's got me on His mind. God's got you on His mind. See, the disciples, the wise men knew where Jesus was. God led them without a map, without a GPS, without a telephone. He led them. By the way, it was 150 or more of those wise men, and they had camel loads of goodies that they were taking to Jesus, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And God led them to them. They weren't still in Jerusalem. They were down there someplace else because God had told them to leave. And listen, God knows you. God knows what's on your mind. And God knows what's on your heart. And the Word says, I am self-sufficient. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things. In other words, I am self-sufficient in God's sufficiency. I can do all things through Christ. You see, me and God are the majority. So when you have a need, however, what it may be, physical for your body. You get up one morning, you just don't feel good. And I've done that. Get up and just, ow. I just like to roll over and stay in the bed all day. But healed folks don't roll over and stay in the bed. Healed folks get up. Somebody said, wait, listen. Somebody said to me, your hair turned white. Yeah, but it didn't turn loose. I still got all my hair. I found a verse in the Bible that said God numbers your even the hairs of your head. And I said, and I want the original count. I still got them. Now, nobody out there in radio land or nobody out there listening to me can do anything about my hair, but my words will, because faith in God changes everything. Now, watch this. Hebrews 11:1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for. I'm going to say that real loud. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for. Not the mailing list, not your in-laws. My mother told me one time years ago, she said, if you waiting on us to get an inheritance when we pass, you wasting your time. We're going to spend it all. And she did. When they both went to be with the Lord, they had just a couple of $1,000s each for me and my sister. So somebody said I didn't inherit it from a rich uncle or a rich aunt or my parents. I didn't either, but I inherited it from my rich brother. Oh, brother, Jesus and my God, being his Father, supplies my needs according to his riches in glory, not according to how many people I know, and not according to how I can write a letter and tell everybody what I need. Faith is the substance. Hair, good looks, healing in your body. I had some situations that I had to believe God for. I've had some sicknesses, some opportunities to be sick, had to believe God for. And I didn't tell everybody else about it, believed God. Faith was the substance of it, came up healed. The point is this. Make your request known unto God. And I tell you this all the time. I can't make my request known to anybody else, but I got a great big God. I got a God that grants me the desires of my heart. And I'm telling you, I got a few things I'm believing for, sure. But God's met all my big deals. I mean, I believe in God for money to go some back to the mission trip. They want me to come back to Honduras. Love to go, and going to go. But I'm believing God for it, not telling you about it so that I can go. The point is, faith is the substance of everything that you hope for. Trust in God, not what somebody else can do, because God, listen, can do exceeding abundantly above all that you could ask or think. You can't be bigger than God. God's a big God. He's looking for somebody to bless. The Word says, I'm going to go over today. The Word says, the eyes of the Lord running throughout the whole earth. He's looking for somebody. Besides me, I'm one. You're one. He's looking for somebody that he can bless. He's looking for somebody that he can show himself strong in their behalf. Be that somebody. Faith is the substance. Faith in a big God. Gotta go, saints. Be blessed. Have a great day. Until I'm with you tomorrow, remember, hey, Jesus is Lord. Thank God. The Word works.